Hey you guys, how are y'all doing? All right, I wanted to make this quick little video to kind of share with you if you have not yet received your kit, what you should expect, or if you have, kind of like to know what you're looking at here. So when you get your box in the mail and you pop it open, you'll notice that they have a quick little outline there. Don't get too um, overwhelmed with that or too much into that until you have actually read your program guide. So inside you see there's two booklets. One says that it is a program guide and the other one says it's a maintenance guide. Just set that maintenance guide aside because you won't need that until after your 3 days are up. The first thing you want to do is, of course, look through your program guide and take a minute. Take a minute to understand what the 3 day refresh is, kind of, what your day is going to look like. Some of the guidelines that are highly suggested, such as, everybody wants to know about coffee and tea. Know what's in your Vanilla Fresh and your Fiber Sweep, so you understand the purpose behind those and you understand what they are. Make sure that you've kind of understanding the exercise. Everyone wants to know about the exercise, and so it's highly recommended that you use the 3-day refresh yoga workouts that are provided for you on Beachbody On Demand. And if you must do something other than yoga, you could also go walking. Or, if you're going to do something, you could go mild to moderate exercise. So no HIIT, nothing like um, super intensive, lots of, lifting weights and jumping and all those kind of things, those types of workouts. Just put them on pause for a few days so that you can allow your body to gently detox. And if it's unavoidable, like if you're an instructor like me, I have to teach turbo tomorrow morning. And I'm teaching, I did my best to plan the 3 days that I would have least amount of high intensity interval training type exercises. And so I've chose uh, 2 days that I just teach PIO, which is more of a moderate level because I can keep everything low or no impact. I can do the same for Turbo Kick, which is normally a very intense workout, but just to make sure that I limited it, I chose a day that I just teach in the morning, but then all the rest of the days I'm only teaching a single PIO class, so it'll be very uh, uh, easy on my body for what my body is used to, and that way I'm maximizing my days. I could have chosen a weekend, but and so if maybe you're thinking that you want to choose a weekend, and have the benefit of being at home. But put some thought into this. Are you most is it if you don't have someone doing this refresh with you, like your husband, like my husband is doing it with me, you need to put some thought into it. Would it be actually be easier for you to manage all of your meals and your supplements and your shakes and all those things while you're at work for the majority of the day, where your day is very structured? Or would it be easier for you on the weekend where your day is very unstructured and loose, and things are more spontaneous? Or if you have a big event on the weekend or something, just think about, try to look at the week and choose the 3 best days that you could dedicate to this. Okay, because you don't want to set yourself up for failure, right? You don't want to make it hard. But at that being said, I have actually done this while on a field. I've gone on field trips with my daughter and done a refresh. I have done a refresh when I had to go to the gym and teach intense exercises. So it's totally doable. You're not going to be running to the restroom. Don't be nervous about that. But do read through your manual and make sure that you take things into consideration. And then the very first thing that I recommend, which what Donald and I have already done for us, because Donald is doing it with me. He usually likes to do the refreshes even more than I do, which is really kind of funny. But we will go ahead and use the guide itself. So we looked at day 1. It tells you day 1 morning, and it has 1, 2, 3, and then day 1 afternoon, number 4 and number 5 with an optional line there, and then day 1 evening number 6, dinner with the optional evening tea. And they have little blanks in here. So we literally just went line by line. This is what we do every single time. I have mine filled in. We go line by line and fill them in. He has his filled in as well in his little booklet. And so like the very first one where there is a line that we have to fill in is the fruit list to go with our Shakeology. So we just go into the back of the book where it has the fruit options, and we say, okay, which fruit do we want on day 1 to go with our shake to either eat by itself or to blend in? And then we do the same thing for the, and we write it in. And then we do the same thing for each blank, okay? And then we chose dinner options together, since we will be eating together. And then for the fact that we have children, we just try to make sure that that will be one of the veggie options. And then, so like we're having veggie stir fry on tomorrow night for our first night dinner option. And we will offer that. We'll make enough so that it's not just us, but it's also for the kids. And then beyond that, they will be able to we'll have a meat available for them. We've already decided we're going to make one of the fixate recipes, the stroganoff for them. And then on another night, we're going to make shrimp. We're going to have a side of asparagus, and the asparagus is going to be our main dinner option. We're going to forego the shrimp since we're just leaving out that meat protein for 3 days and focusing on fruits and veggies and our plant-based proteins, okay? So that's all we do. We literally just went in line by line, and then we took those items, we wrote them down on our grocery list, and we went to the grocery store and we made sure to buy all of the vegetables that we wrote down for and the fruits that we're going to want to eat, and anything that we were going to make sure to feed the kids. And that it's very super simple to follow. Now, beyond that, when you look, everything else that you need for the day is already in your pack, right? You have day 1, day 2, day 3, and then you just go in and you have the way you organize your day is when you wake up in the morning. So you have your fiber sweep, you have your vanilla sweep, fresh. You have 2 vanilla freshes per day. So let me show this. Okay, we got the fiber sweep. We got 2 vanilla freshes. Yep. And then I have my plant-based Shakeology option. I chose cafe latte for my kit because I do miss the coffee flavor and want it sometimes during the refresh. And the cafe latte comes in handy for that because I'm eating all the fruit, and I will, by day 3, I'm not really super like wanting a fruity shake. I sometimes want the cafe latte or the chocolate. And so it comes in handy in that way. So anyway, notice that you have all your packets in there you're going to need for the entire day. When you're looking either at your box outline or you're looking in your program guide where you wrote down all your different things that you're going to do, just take today to think, or the day before you start, take the time to write it, to think about, okay, where am I going to be for each one of these? And if for the first part of the day, obviously, if I'm going to be at work, then I'm going to make sure that, maybe I wake up and I have my water, and then I have my Shakeology and fruit in the morning. But then I pack my morning tea and my fiber sweep, my mid-morning fiber sweep, and my vanilla fresh for lunch, and my fruit, vegetable, and healthy fat. And then maybe I need to pack my afternoon snack because I'll still be at work. So I'll pack, for me, it was celery and almond butter. So that I chose for my vegetable and healthy fat. So I'm packing that. And then I'll wait till if I was working, I would normally wait until I got home to have that optional tea whenever I got home to make it until dinner time started, right? So super simple. I'm not working, So it's, but I do have to go teach a class and then come back. So I do have to kind of think about, okay, how much time am I going to be in the car? I have appointments that I'm going to be bringing. I have to bring my cat to the vet on Wednesday, and my kids have things going on in the evenings, and they're only half days of school, for the last day of school. So I have to be up there in the morning, mid morning, and lunch time. So I've thought about all those things, and I just make sure that whenever my husband will prep his food tonight before he goes. He'll make his salad that he plans to bring for his lunch. He'll pack his. He told me this year, I think he's just for this refresh, he's just going to bring the whole box to and from work with him and pull it out when he needs it to grab his little packets. But usually I just get a little cooler, and I'll take out the packets that I know I'm going to need, and I'll put it in there with the shaker cup of water that I know I'm going to need, and or two. And for the hot tea option, just in case I get a little hungry, but I'm stuck somewhere and I don't have my food on me, the hot tea, kind of the herbal tea and the green tea, or if I start to get a little bit of a withdrawal of, no caffeine or something, because, I remember the first time I did the refresh, it was like, wow, I didn't realize how much caffeine I was, how much my body was getting used to the caffeine every day. And so I do remember getting headaches the very first time that I did it. By that second day, when the body was really starting to let go of not just the caffeine, but the detoxing in general. And the book talks about, you might get a headache. You might feel a little tired here and there, because the body is working to cleanse itself. And so, but it's all a good thing by day 3, day 4, you wake up and you're like, oh, like you feel amazing. Day 1, no big deal. No big deal. So I actually think that this is a lot of fun. I think this is fun to do. I think I like being mindful of the foods that I'm putting in my body, being grateful for the body that I have and for the health that I'm able to uh, generate and kind of maintain through these types of practices of making sure that I'm giving my gut a rest, and my my digestive system, and my even just a mental break from, I already have things planned out, and I know the foods that I want to reach for, that are going to make me feel my best, and keep things going health wise long term. So I enjoy doing these quarterly. We usually do one every 3 to 4 months throughout the year, sometimes 6, just kind of depends. Sometimes we'll alternate in there a 21-day reset, which is kind of like a 3-week version of this instead of a 3-day. So, but anyway, just make sure that you have taken the time, you've written in your things, you've run to the grocery store, you've picked up anything that you realize that you're short of. Super simple, so it doesn't require a lot of groceries, really. Oh, I know what I was saying. I was saying for the tea, because I like the hot tea, I will take, either make sure you have a mug at your job that you can fill with water and microwave in the microwave. Heat up in the microwave with your tea bags. Bring your tea bags with you. Or what I've done in the past, when I've been on the go on the field trip, is I have warmed up the water at home, stuck the tea bag, poured the hot water into one of those thermos type that keeps the water hot 5-8 hours, and put the tea bag in there, and then close it up so it's steeped through most of, like, all the morning until it came time for that tea time. And then I sipped on it just like I would coffee, going about my day on the field trip with my daughter, or if you're at your desk or whatever. And it can really help just tie you over, and again, help with those caffeine withdrawals. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. For now, that's the first little video. I'll make sure that I kind of share in my Instagram stories everything that I'm doing, and then in our little support chat group, that I'm sharing all of the things that I'm eating. And you'll see it in the group, in the Challenge Tracker group too, because I'll have to post my meals. But you'll see it. That's what we created that support group chat thread for. And so, all right, ladies, I'm ready. I hope that you're ready. And for those of you that are seeing all this excitement from us who are starting it tomorrow, don't be nervous. Don't feel left out. Your kit is on its way. And I hope that this helped you feel like you know how to set yourself up for success. Okay. Prep what you want as far as like chopping those vegetables for and getting them in little containers in that cooler bag, lunch bag that you can bring with you, and just follow the plan step by step each day, and you're going to be great. All right. Can't wait to hear how everybody feels, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.